Anybody else? Swati, Sunita, I don't know. Bomma is a surname, I believe. Shekhar, Mahesh, Harshini. No questions on the previous session. Did you guys got a chance to revisit on this, shared a video as such? Shared the recording? Okay.
Yeah, so in terms of the career perspective, this is the right choice for everyone. And the Salesforce platform, which can support, right, or which can have all kinds of technologies background like Java, and somebody who is not having technology background also can still shine in the Salesforce platform. So that's how the Salesforce is. In the Salesforce, there are multiple modules and multiple area segmentations in which you can just fit into the Salesforce platform, and there you can just start your career and you can just move up in the career ladder. So that's how the Salesforce is. Okay, so if we do not have any other questions, I think Srijay start off with the second day session. From the we had only the first session, right? I think we can just start off with the second day session. And Srijay, just do the honor, please.
Sure. Okay. Satya, I think you need to grant me the access for host.
Yeah, sure. Let me just provide you. Yes, you're host.
Okay. See, today onwards, we are going to talk about, okay, this is a week one. We have agenda, training agenda, where we will be having the briefing and detailing out about the Salesforce instances, sandboxes, instances, licenses, architecture, profiles, currency, and you don't stick to the sequence as such. The sequence can change, but we will be covering all aspects of the configuration front. This is a part of your all we are talking about here is the configuration administration for the week one. The configuration is more of a drag and drop or point and click and stuff with there. Most of the things, all of the things, I don't say most of the things, all of the things you need to do in a drag and drop functionalities. And also we need to understand what is the sandbox. The sandbox is nothing but a people are, we talk about the detail out on the sandboxes when it comes to the picture. Let's talk about here. We talk about the data model. Data model means what is the tables, what is the fields, what is the objects. The terminology might be different. So we will be familiarize ourselves to be aligned with the Salesforce terminology and the requirements and so on this part. Okay, this is a brief on our week one training agenda. And don't stick to the sequence, but we will be covering everything of this, every session on it, and we will be having a revisiting retroscope of all aspects what we have missed out, and talk about every at the end of every session, every week as well. Okay, so before we do all this configuration, we are talking about the drag and drop. Where to do? That's a big question comes in picture, right? Where I should do all this configuration stuff. So you should have a software, usually in terms like we call it like a software, right? The software word is gone right now. It's more of application. You are going to get it. Where you get an application. If you want to learn more deeper into what we talk about, hour and a half, right? Hour and a half at maximum of 2 hours we can go on a session, but where you can spend the rest of the time, that you have to, that also we will be talking about what is the platform will be given, what is the learning portal we have to refer. That is also we are going to talk. Firstly, we are studying, right? We are studying, so we need to have a portal where we can, portal or website where you can subscribe for that. Okay, so see, what is the learning portal? Other one is a developer edition. Developer edition is where you will be doing all your experiments, exercises. Experiments means exercises, not experiments as such or adventures. It's a exercises where you can do these exercises, the configuration part, the drag and drop features, functionality, coding, lightning, everything which is like a replica of your production environment. I request everybody go on mute unless you have a question. We are happy to answer it. And my recommendation is you join from the laptop if permits you, because that will give you a bigger picture on what we are doing. It is the one thing. And secondly, if your conversation also very easy, rather mobile operations as such. Okay. So developer edition is one of the greater stuff being given by Salesforce, where you don't need to spend even a single penny or single rupee as such, but it will be given for you for the life for free. Whatever you want to do, experiments, you can do that. Exercises, you can do that. It is more of replica of a production environment. Production environment means some of the people are, pardon me if some of the people might not be understand what is production means. It's like the go live application, which is like already built. See, you get a raw product, right? It's a raw product. You have a finished product. It's a finished product called go live. I'm just saying the in general term what we use it in a FMCG, consumer goods, finished product, right? Once you receive an environment, you configure it as per the customer requirement, deploy in an environment where it's called production environment, which will be given to the end users, means like customers. Flipkart application is which is being given to us is a production application. There is a lots of instances would be there before they roll out to you. So giving to you the application, there is a lot of things. They will be doing the testing environment, they will be development, all these environments called sandboxes. Those environments called sandboxes, where the developers will be doing the development and testers will be doing the testing. Okay. And there is a business users, there is a set of business people will be doing the business testing. That's all called sandboxes. Okay. Other than that, like us, like you and me, we are all the students here. For students, there should be an environment where I can do that, right? My experiments or exercises. That is called developer edition. Okay, Salesforce developer edition is a free for life. Okay, that is where the Salesforce, why it is a number one in the market. One of the major reason is developer edition given as a free, and self-learning portal that is also free for life. And this is very, very encouraging portal. It is not just, you don't, it's not like, Times of India or any other stuff. You are getting points, rewards, your certification, everything will be mapped to the portal. So when you're subscribing the portal, I request use a proper email address for you. Okay. For namesake, don't subscribe for it. Subscribe with a full cognizance of it. Understand it. What is the importance of it? Because this is your life. These two are going to be for you for learning and succeeding in your career. Okay. So that is where I'm emphasizing on it. Okay. Let's click on this trailhead. Okay. We'll get it to this location where you start for free, get started for free. So you can log in with the Google or LinkedIn or email or Apple account or Facebook, anything you can log in. Okay. First you can subscribe it. Okay. I already have the account. Once you subscribe it, you see this data like this. Okay. These are one of my kid is doing this exercises. So he can see that how many badges he got it. Every completion of your course, you get the badges. Okay. How many, you get the badges when you complete a course and you keep getting the points. Points is like whenever you consider you are looking for this exam, it gets 100 points, and one badge also you are going to get it. Means if you complete one course, you get 100. This is like your reading, how you are going to read it, how this interaction admin and business analyst roles. It's a simple example I'm taking. Don't worry about what is being taken. What is a Salesforce administrator? What is a business analyst? How are these roles are different? What they do it? Everything you get it. It's more of like Wikipedia. If you are all followers of Wikipedia, it's more of Wikipedia for Salesforce developers. Okay. After you are reading, there is a questionnaire. Okay, what is the responsibility of a Salesforce admin? If you answer it, and you get once you click on this quiz, you get 100 points. And the second attempt, 50 points. And further attempts, it's going to be 25 points. So you keep getting these points. This will also help you out to achieve, there are ranks. Okay. If you go to the profile, you can see your ranking also. Whether you are a ranger, or expeditioner, or adventurer, is a ranking going to be. Mountain, next is a mountaineer rank. And likewise, you have a ranking will be there. So this also you present in your profile. So it's mandatory for you to have this account is opened. Okay. Any questions, guys, before I jump on to this? And okay, once you have a super strong, once we went through this course, there are a couple of super badges out there. If you have attained the super badge, that is amazing stuff. Means like that is more deeper understanding of every concept. Then super badges you can present in your profile, which will give you a quicker job. Okay. And there are a couple of people get what you call hoodies and watches and water bottles, and there are plenty of freebies also will be provided by Salesforce, but I'm not sure when, how it will be provided. Okay. So there is a learning portal, what I want to talk on this. And your certifications, once you're done with this, your certifications, you can add it here. And maintenance is all maintenances. Maintenance means when you're doing the certification, there is every year you have to write a maintenance exam, which is like a couple of questions. You know what are the new features being launched? Like Salesforce has releases, right? Every product has a releases. Like saying that okay, with the new features they will launch the application. Then you have a maintenance also will be there. We talk more detail about the certifications at the end of our course. Okay, for your now, if you have certifications, whatever certifications getting added, you can add it here. Okay. And if you have answered questions, and you can select as an MVP also, most valuable partner. If you have answered a couple of questions of the people, that also captured here. Okay. If your answers are best answers, your count will be increased and it will be selected for MVP, most valuable partner for Salesforce. Okay. And yeah, this is a one-stop shop that is what I can say at this moment for you. And how you have succeeded in your course, also you can see it. Okay. Okay, let's talk about this. All the my son has cleared this what you call courses as such.
And this is the a platform, this is the documentation for the Salesforce, and this documentation is kept up to date, meaning Salesforce also does releases, right? So without putting effort, and the product also will not be means sustainable in the market, right? So Salesforce also has to invest each year and just to grow up and releases new models and the new, like out of the technologies or out of the areas, right? Like cutting edge segmentations, I can say, cutting edge modules which Salesforce does every year. So every year what it does is it will just release 3 releases: winter and spring and summer, and there are schedules also. So each time Salesforce releases, right, and Salesforce also ensures this document is updated. So whatever is the product, right, whatever is the Salesforce product that you see on the cloud, right? So corresponding documentation, corresponding code changes, or corresponding new release changes is available in the Trailhead. So Trailhead is a kind of Bhagavad Gita or the Bible, we can say, call it, and that is the documentation for everything of the Salesforce. So this is a must, everyone has has to have. That is one. And the second thing is, if you say that, I know the Salesforce, I know these things and those things, right? So all people, right, in the market will believe looking at the site, looking at your Trailhead, or looking at your credentials. So that's where people, people can think of you are you are a Salesforce professional. Okay. So the, and whatever activity that you do inside the Trailheads will be tracked. Meaning, if you are doing any activity, right, if you are reading it, and Salesforce also will capture you and puts into the database. And this information, if you just reach certain badges like Ranger or MVP, right? So if you just cross those, then what is going to happen is names also get published in the App Exchange. App Exchange, which is another product I think Srijay spoke about, but this is how it goes. And our name visibility appears, reading and understanding of the Trailheads. So Trailheads is the main, and so just preferred and recommended, and doing the assessments on the Trailhead. So ensure your account is created in the Trailhead. Yes, Rajesh.
Quickly, 30 seconds questions. Any questions at this moment on the Trailhead? There are a lot of videos also, don't worry. The guided training, it will be there. And it is not like, reading your textbooks or anything. It's very interactive. You'll have videos, you'll have pictures, you'll have presentations, a lot of things. Okay, let's jump on. No questions? Okay, good. Okay, once you subscribe for the portal, we strongly recommend, not recommend, it's mandatory for you to subscribe for the developer edition, which I already conveyed you. I don't want to iterate it again and again. That will confuse you again. Okay, okay, I will sign up along with you guys if you can, or I can do this here, saying that, okay, first name is AB training, Jan 22. Your name, you can give it name and first name, last name, and you can give your role, say developer, company name, XYZ, anything you can give it. Don't worry about that. Which country you are, 560034. Username. Username should be unique. Your email can be repeated. You can have a 10 developer editions or 20 developer editions. No one cares of it. But your username should be unique. So I prefer Jan22batch@gmail.com. So you have to keep remember that what is username you have given it. Whether you find difficulties of find it again. Sign me up. So it actually enable you to do it. It is done, almost there. Please check your email to confirm your account. Go back. It takes a while. Share. So sometimes it may take a little while because they have to spin off of an environment for you and give this environment, right? So you don't need to worry about that. It will be happen in a couple of minutes later also. Okay. So you don't need to worry, and but it will be configured in a while. Okay. So in the meantime, also, if you wish to go, where to start, wondering where to start, learn platform basics on the file head. Then go here and learn it, start learning the things. Once you create this account, you get the password, sorry, username, and then you can reset your password over there. So that will be done your work. This, okay, I don't know why it is not coming up here. Satya, will take a little while for this sign up.
No, but have we given a proper email? Is this the email or a different email?
Believe I gave it proper one.
Okay.
Okay, no problem. I'll try one more time. Jan 22 training srijnr@gmail.com. Developer. Okay, let me put Amazon India 45003. Training Jan22@gmail.com. Username should have the email address, right?
Email address format.
Yeah. Sign me up. AB training Jan. It should throw error message because that already user is exist. Let me put this way. Gmail.com. Don't worry, it's already came. Okay, so you receive mails like this. There is an issue with the Salesforce developer arc. If there is any issue with the developer arc, it will be done like this. Sorry, we can't enroll you in the Salesforce developer edition because the email address you entered is already in use. To sign up with a different email address, go to this. Because already I have an email account, that is where it is saying that way. And thanks for signing up with the Salesforce. Your account is, I don't know, it's thrown error message. Okay, so this is you get an account. This is a username. This is the same username, and you need to verify the account. Go ahead. Your password should be, as usual, strong. Should be. Which city you born? You put it whatever the name you wish to. But remember your password also. Otherwise, of course, you can reset your password whenever you wish to. You can allow it. Okay. This is in brief. Once you subscribe or sign up for the developer edition, you see like this. Satya, you want to give a brief?
Yeah, yes. Okay, so this is the first step uh, of having Salesforce in your system. Means this is the place where you can explore and you can just have the application, right? It is a completely zero footprint, and where you don't need to install any of the software in your system, right? So earlier days, in order to have learned any of the technology, so what used to happen is we used to install a local systems, right, on the local mission, and we need to have a server, we need to have this, we need to have that, and then start learning. But since cloud came into place and the cloud got a prominence across the clients, and Cloud is the first, then all. So since cloud existence, then what happened is all you need is just a URL, right? Even the real time also in the client side also, just a URL. They don't need to have any software. They don't need to procure any hardware, right? In order to have your application up and running, it's all just a URL. And this based on this URL, right? So there are editions also available, and editions in the sense based, this is Salesforce is a completely subscription based. It is not a lifetime, right? Lifetime in the sense for the developer arc is a lifetime, but clients, right, who use a Salesforce is a completely subscription based, and based on the subscription that you pay, and you will have a benefits out of it. Okay, and that benefits, right, where you can see, just to go to the company information, see the what subscription that we have, we can also verify it here. So go just in the quick find, click for the quick find, no, left side in the quick find, no, that is the app launcher. Just come down, Srijay. Yeah, here just type the company info.
I need to go back to setup.
See, this is where you can see your complete snapshot of your company, right? And this is how it works in the real time. See here, organization name you have provided, right? And come down, it's a phone number, and who is the point of contact for this Salesforce if something goes down, right? So there is an organization edition. If you see that field, no, just go up. See, there is an organization edition. So that organization edition is the one which indicates whether this is the developer edition or non-developer edition, or the what kind of edition which subscribed to. So this is a current developer edition, which is a free of cost, right? And we have other editions also broadly classified as a 4 categories, right? Uh, One is a group edition, and the professional edition, and the enterprise edition, and the unlimited edition. So on the edition values, you can see all these 4 values, right? So each edition will have a bundled with its own set of benefits. Okay, so that is one. And you can also see the instance name. Instance name is AP27, right? So that means this is in the Asia Pacific on 27 instance. And whenever, see, Salesforce, what is it has done is it has installed its infrastructure in different locations. Asia Pacific is the one, and North America is the one instance, right? Within that instance, and there are locations where server or infrastructure of the Salesforce got installed. Okay, so based on the availability, based on the user, or based on the client that he buys from the location, then automatically that instance get allocated. So that instance is useful for a tracking of the Salesforce health, right? So if you want to see health of your Salesforce application, you can just go to the trust.salesforce.com and type this instance, and you can just verify the health of your instance. So that is the trust.salesforce.com. See, Salesforce is completely publicly open. It is a publicly open. So it maintains its transparency. At the same times, it keeps data also secured. So that's how Salesforce got reliability in the market. So Salesforce is one of the top technology in the market, and they were lot of belief and a lot of confidence and a lot of trust customers have on the Salesforce. So this is completely public. If you go to see, this is the overall system. If you go to the maintenance, you can see the maintenance also. See, when your organization is going to upgrade on AP27, so there are some activities on February 4th, right? And Feb 12th, Feb 12th, all these things. Salesforce keep investing and doing all these enhancements, all these releases, all these enhancements. That's how Salesforce is growing. Says, see, when system grows, whenever spend is happening, right, when budget is happening, or when innovation are taking place, that's how the product grows. If innovation stops, then the product also halts in the market, right? So this is where you can see, you can just track of your instance. So in the real time also, we just see, just to type that instance name and see the history and see the maintenance, right? And when it is going to start, if there are any issues, right, from the Salesforce side, Salesforce also publish, a your particular instance is having some issues, and it will just display it as a banner in this trust.salesforce.com. Okay, so this is also one of the useful instance for tracking of your Salesforce upgrades or Salesforce maintenance, right? And the current status of the arc. If you go to the current status, and it will indicate all the check boxes, right? Whether core services available, whether it is a green or red, right? So all these things will be shown. Okay, if Salesforce has any issues, right, you will see the red check boxes. Okay, so this is how test.salesforce.com is useful for the instance. And go back to Salesforce.
It is more of like, okay, consider, I just give you a brief, like, okay, this application is fully built application being given to you by just subscribing it. When you subscribe, we are all aware that if you are already paid only, then you can subscribe with for the production environment, right? Once you subscribe it, you see your company organization, you go to the company organization, verify whether you have whatever the payment you made it, whatever the procurement is done, is it right way of doing the procurement, and you will get to know what all the licenses being granted for you. That's also very important aspect as such. How many user licenses being procured, and which licenses, whether it's a Salesforce license or any other. There are plenty of licenses we have it right on the Salesforce as well. Okay, what is the permission set? There are plenty of things we'll discuss a little later. But in a nutshell, how many licenses been procured by the company, and what is the instance it is being launched, and what is the health of this instance launch as a trust.salesforce.com, you can go and see. And if there are any history of maintenances happened, that is also you can see. And if there are any maintenances, see, there is a releases also. Okay, we are, as earlier conveyed, releases are, you have a 3 releases every year by Salesforce. One is a spring, winter, and summer. Spring release is planned on the February 12th, which is like, you don't need to do anything. Automatically, it will upgrade all your systems, okay, seamlessly. But there is a downtime about half an hour to 1 hour or 2 hours time. During that period, we have to convey back to customers. See, some of the websites, if you go, you will get a pop-up message saying that the application is in maintenance, or upgradation is in progress, or please come back after 30 minutes or 1 hour. That is all. Salesforce also has its own releases. That's the 3 releases: spring, summer, and winter.
Yes, and Salesforce is a SaaS, right? A software as a service. So Salesforce is giving. Hello, Srijay.
Am I audible, guys?
Yes. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, 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 sir.
Okay. See, Salesforce also is a SaaS. SaaS, what is a SaaS? SaaS is software as a service. Yeah. So what it does is, Salesforce, right, and customers who are buying this Salesforce instance or Salesforce subscription, so they don't have to worry about software upgrade, right, or software versions upgrade, or any core services upgrade. right? So those are infrastructure we are procuring and we are going to upgrade for you. That is why we are taking a subscription fee, year based and user based, right? Yearly user based. And this upgrade will happen across the globe at a time. If Salesforce sits on particular theme or particular look and feel, across the globe look and feel would be the same. But on top of it, you can also apply your own themes and own branding. But Salesforce primarily focus, it's all one application. So whenever it happen, whenever it does a upgrade, right? So Salesforce does automatic upgrade. Okay, and without impacting all of your customization. Salesforce as a control, because Salesforce is a owner, right, of all these instances. Suppose there are like millions of customers, not millions, I think how many customers, I think we can see the database and we can just verify, but there are several customers who are using a Salesforce instance. All of them are upgraded in a go, okay, in one time, and they will receive at the same time, right, all the upgradations. They can see, they can have all the latest benefits. It is not just one customer receives first and other customers receives later. No, all receives at once. But there are regional in the sense, Asia Pacific side is a one, North America side is a one, Europe, this EMEA side is a one. So these kind of regions, there are categorization, but it happens just one day here and there, difference. But all of the regions, right, all of the region customers will reap the benefits of the new technology at the same time, and new upgradations, new releases, right? So that's how Salesforce does. So Salesforce is a called SaaS, and a customer also interested. Why they are interested to go for Salesforce? Because of this. They don't need to procure any hardware, and they don't have to worry about upgradation of the system in order to in line with the current version. So all those versions will be upgraded by the Salesforce. Customers do not have to worry about. So all the new features and old features, backward compatibility also will be taken care by the Salesforce. So this is how Salesforce, right, becoming a prominent in the market. This is the reason. Only the application currently in the CRM base, right? Only the Salesforce, which is a SaaS service. Cloud plus SaaS. On the cloud, you can have a multiple platforms, software as a service. One company will take care to upgrade, and PaaS also, right? It's just providing a platform, and you just do install your infrastructure, and you have to be responsible for the maintenance and upgrade. So that is a PaaS. That also there in the Salesforce, that is called Heroku application. But Heroku, we don't have to worry about. And whoever needs a third-party plugins, third-party applications to be available on the PaaS, they can still take their on-premises application host onto the Heroku application. So which is also Salesforce proprietary platform. So Salesforce has both a SaaS plus PaaS. And other cloud technologies also are there in the market, but SaaS is a very rare, and the Salesforce is the one which is a famous, or which is using only the SaaS, software as a service. It does upgrade automatic.
I think we talked a lot on that, the editions, versions, and instances on this. Let's back to our understanding on the Salesforce in the technical aspects. Okay, any questions till this point, guys, before we jump off to other ones? Any questions on the releases, instance, subscription for Trailhead, and sign up for the developer edition? It's a quick check. It's a quick check for you guys. Any questions? Can I consider no? Okay. See, as we already talked about, like when you sign up for a Salesforce instance, you get a multiple applications. Like you can go to the app launcher here. You can see there are which are all the applications being subscribed for you, like whether it's a sales application, whether it's a service application. Okay, Sales Cloud we talked about, right? Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, and all this stuff. When you click on the Service Cloud, you have a subscription for Service Cloud. So you have accounts, contacts, cases, reports, and dashboards, and any other stuff also you can access here. The home page, it talks about the home page. Okay, in home page, a agent, the service agent. Okay, let's talk about the sales so that it's easy for everyone to understand. Consider a sales agent logs into the application. The first page is a home page for him. The first home page, he can be able to see what is his target, how much he closed it so far, how much of revenue is he generating so far, and you can generate these reports. It's called reports. The entire information for the day he need to start, he can have this information saying that what are the today's events, what are the activities for him. Means that this is a fresh new instance, right? So you don't see anything. But if you go and keep creating the activities, events, and everything, you can see it here. Okay, so the day one, he starts looking at what all the activities been assigned to him, what need to be done. Like if there is a salesman, sales representative, he need to go and visit the customers, or he need to send an order, or he need to make a follow-up on an opportunity. We all know the bit of sales, right? Sales is saying that you have leads. We get leads from different people. Once we generate the leads, then you have opportunities, then you have orders, you have invoices, where you will have the people, like whether it's accounts or contacts. We talk about more detail about the sales operations little later, but there's a more of like how an application look like for a sales representative. Okay, and the navigation also. And if you want to see what all the accounts are there for me, Salesforce will give you default. There are plenty of accounts. Okay, recently viewed means what all the accounts you have recently viewed. But if you go to all accounts, Salesforce will create, when you subscribe for the developer edition, the plenty of accounts will be created for you for in hand to use it. Okay, this is called list view. Okay, in list view, you can see all accounts by inner rows and columns as such. Rows and columns as such. And if I want to go a little more deeper of understanding what is this account all about, go to here. It's called detail view of a customer, where I can see, okay, this is an account called Burlington Textiles Corporation of America, where I have a contacts. Okay, this is a Jock Roger. This is the vice president of facilities, where I usually have a connect with him for order procurement or sales, all other operations, where what are the opportunities been created. Okay, saying that, okay, I have this opportunity been created, which is already closed and won. So this is like what sort of opportunity, what is the revenue, and so on. Let's go back here. And what are the cases? Cases means if there is any complaints or service related information, that's come under the cases. Say consider you have a procured a SIM card from Airtel. So that is an opportunity for them, and they generate order and so on. And when there is an issues, you log a ticket, right? You can go and complain them saying that, okay, this coverage is mobile coverage is not good as such, or calls are dropping, or your billing wise there is an issue. If you have postpaid bills complaints, all this stuff captured here, cases. And if there are any attachments like your proofs you have submitted, that all the information can capture here. Okay, this is called detail view of an account. Okay, here more you can see information about what is this account. If I keep all this information on the list view, it looks so clumsy. So you have a detail view, you have a list view, where you have a more information, what sort of customer he is. Okay, and here it's called related views, related objects, or related view. Means one account can have multiple contacts, right? One account can have multiple contacts, right? If you could go to Amazon, if you are manufacturing something, and you're manufacturing, consider you're manufacturing clothes, or you have apparel company and you want to sell it through Amazon. In Amazon, you have plenty of contacts will be there. Account is Amazon for you. Contacts, you'll have a salespeople, you will have a service managers, you will have a product procurement team, you have a delivery team, and all these contacts you'll create it here. Okay. And if you want to create a contact, you can just create a contact. He's a sales facilities guy, right? So let's say that Miss, just taking a name, P, and title is a sales VP. Save. Once you create it, immediately you can see here contacts. Okay. And if you have opportunities, you can see it here. Okay.
So
like this.
all these are called a related list. See, this is called lightning experience. If you see the application, right, guys? So this is a lightning UI. Means we don't call it as a lightning UI. We call it as a lightning experience. So if you just see, right, all the pages, right, are segregated section by section, right? On the top section, if you look at follow, new contact, new case, and a snapshot of the record is given, right? Snapshot of the record, type, phone, website, account owner. This is the highlight panel that we call it as a highlight panel on the page, right? So this is the highlight panel, and there is a related list and details, right? If you go to the detail, so complete details of the record is available. One thing to notice here in the detail, Salesforce always provides two columns page, two columns page. Salesforce will not have three columns page layout, 3 columns, 4 columns page layout. No, Salesforce will never have it. Salesforce will have only 2 columns page layout. Whether you create a record or whether you view record in the detail, so always it will have 2 columns layout. If you have to go for 3 or 4 columns layout, that's where customization comes into place. That we'll talk about later. See, Salesforce UI, if you look at it, this is the detail page. And right side, if you look at, right side, if you look at activity and chatter, that is the one component. That is the one component. So highlight panel, and this is the detail and the related list components, right? So these are multiple components or multiple blocks, you can say, on the page. So this is put together in one place called lightning experience. If you go to any of the contact or go to campaign, all of this information is available. So this is called detail, and click on the related. So related is if account has any related list, means related entities, right? So account deals with, right, opportunities, right? Account also can have activities, and account also will have a contacts. What is account basically? What is account? Why we call account in the CRM system? So account is something entity with which client does a business, right? So account is a entity with which we do business, right? So this is a CRM system. All the customers, right? All the business that we do with the clients will be called as accounts, right? In CRM system, we call it as accounts. But in some places, right, some clients prefer to call them as a customers. So you can also rename these accounts as a customers, but accounts and customers one and the same. Okay, it is not having a different meaning. Account is something which we do a business, and account within the account, right? Suppose Amazon is an account, okay, and Abby training, Abby Institute is the company, right? And doing a business with the Amazon, right? Amazon is the customer for the Abby Institute. So Amazon will be the customer here, and within the Amazon, right? And there are several departments, there are several POCs, point of contacts, right? Where Abhi Institute can go and reach Amazon. It cannot talk to just walls, right, of the Amazon. So there should be a point of contacts. So those contacts, right, you can just enter the information. Okay, so this particular Amazon account, so Sandhya, Jock Rogers are the contact persons. So they are in this department. Their phone number is this. These are the titles, right? That is called contact. What is a contact? So that definitely, we'll have to understand the CRM terminology point of view. What is account? What is contact? So, and account, right? Account is the business, right? Entity, Amazon. And when you procure any business, right? Or if you have any opportunity to buy your Abhi product, right? So then that is an opportunity. That is an opportunity. That is a deal, basically. The deal between account and your company, right? That is an opportunity. So that's where, suppose if this Amazon account is there, right, to see the snapshot of entire entire account information. Okay, what Amazon is doing, right? So Amazon is the account, and within the Amazon, these are the contact persons. Amazon has given this much of opportunity or this much of a deal to Abhi Institute, right? So there you have a related list. Within the related list, you can see the contact, right? Who are the contact person, and opportunity, what opportunity it is given. Is it a closed deal or open deal, or which status this deal is in? Come down, and there are several things and activities, right? And your sales reps, right? Abhi sales reps can go and deal and do multiple activities with the account. All those accounts, right, can be tracked. And cases, right? What is the case? What is the case? Come down, Srijay, come down.
Yep.
See, this is the case. What is the case? We have an opportunity. We have a contact, right? What is the case? Cases are nothing but issues. Suppose if Amazon bought a product from the Abhi client, right? And Amazon is having some issues with the product. So they can just log in, right? They can just call up your phone, or you can just reach, and they can also raise an issue. So all those issues will be tracked under the cases. And if Amazon has any issues, right, and Abhi will be knowing, okay, what are the issues, who are working, and how this issue is progressing will be tracked. And that information also will be available at the upfront. If you go to the account, that account entire broader information can be seen in one place. That's where related list is helpful for everything, right? Every entity will have a different related list, but based on what you need, right? What you need to see under account, you can just place. And attachments are nothing but if there are any documents, or if there are any files to be attached, right, to the account, you can just go to the notes and attachment. You can just click the upload files, and you can just upload the attachments. Okay, so this is how it works, right? And if there are any partners, and partners also you can see, and entire these things. If you have a multiples, if you want to create a quickly case, go to account and create a case, right? If you want to have any account to be created, just go to the new, click the new button and create a contact, right? And there are so just click on the detail. So there are, on the top, right, plus follow, new contact, new case, new kit. And you can also just wonder, right, why we have a new cases related list and why we have a new case. This new case, new contact is quick create, basically. See, in order to create a new contact, right, you can just drag down, means you can go down and you can just click the new button. But there are quick actions, right, and upfront available. You can just click those actions, quick actions, and the form will open, and you can just create a contact, and that contact will be sitting in the related list. Right, so this is a related information. So related can have a many records. One record means one account can have multiple contact points, right? So within the Amazon, if we think Amazon is a client, within the Amazon you can have a several contacts. If one contact is not available, other contact, and a different contacts can deal with a different business, right, or a different group. So you can just create all of them, all of those contacts under the related list, and that related list will show multiple contacts. It is not just one, right? So in the contact related list, if you can see here, it is a view, right, board view. So within the board view, you can see Sandhya and all of that, right? Multiple records. Sandhya is a one record, and Shaker is a one record, Jock Rogers is a one record. This is we call a board view, right? In which you can have a snapshot. What is Sandhya, what is its title, and phone number, and all of that information. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Any questions, guys? Hello. Just open up your mouth, whether it is right or wrong. Just, let's make it as a more interactive so that we can understand it better. Once we understand you, we can also serve you better.
So this is Ashok.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
The system parallelly, sir, because we are confusing.
What is that, Ashok?
Yeah, you were speaking, and another one is operating the system.
Oh, okay. No. We are operating means we are operating on the same lines. Okay, when he shares that contacts, I'm showing that, okay, this is a contacts view. I'm not operating as such. I'm showing that, okay, whether you are in the contacts view, how you can create a new contact, likewise.
Sometimes it's mismatching there, so that's why.
Okay.
No worries, we will align. Thanks for that.
Yeah, we'll just try to, in line with the saying and demoing. But any questions? See, we all have to understand the entities. See, on the horizontal side, right, we could see home, opportunities, lead, task, files. This is called tab set. That is called tab. Okay, so that's how the navigation is. You can just click on the tab. Account is a one tab set. Contact is a one tab set. Campaign is a one tab set. One tab. Dashboard is a one tab. Case is a one tab. There also you have a tabs. And everybody means every application, every cloud application will have a home page. And that home page is an optional, right? A top left is a home page. So this home page, right, will give you a snapshot of your open opportunities or how your company performing based on the opportunity, right, based on the deals, right? It will just give you graphical representation, so you can understand in the Excel sheet, right? So Excel sheet, you have a data. Once you have a data points and the data filled in, right, and in order to see that a dashboard, or in order to see as a graphical representation, what do? We just insert as a graph, right, in which everybody, right, top management is interested in. Top management does not have to go to, right, each account and contact and opportunity. They can quickly see the home page. Within the home page, they can see entire the performance of the system, right? So in the Excel sheet, when you build a graphical, means chart, the chart is useful for the top management, right, leadership, not for the lower management. So top management is always interested in the snapshot or in the graphical representation. So that graphical representation depicts in the home page. that home page give you complete snapshot. Okay, so this is a closed opportunity, 345,000 deals, right? $345,000, and open is a 0, right? Less than 70%. Goal is not set, so goal is nothing, right? And you can see the what do we call legend, or legend also, right? And the bottom, closed, goal, closed plus open. So this is a quick overview of your performance, company performance. And the top 10 tasks are today's events, right? What are the today's event? Event in the sense calendar items. Events is the calendar item, and task is basically what you need to do, right? If you have any activities, to-do list, basically to-do list. If you have any to-do list, all those to-do list will be displayed in the tasks. If you have anything to do today, then that particular task will be displayed here, right? And recent records, if you have seen any recent records, if you have opened any opportunity, leads, tasks, right, all those will be displayed under the recent records. Okay, so this is a single snapshot where you can have high level information, where top management or glimpse, right, would be needed. Click glimpse will be available.
It's a called customer 360. It's a home base actually. If you go to the accounts detail page called customer 360 view or account 360 view. This is a home page where you have the complete picture of what you are going to do, what is your performance till date, and what are the activities you need to perform, and what you have seen it so far recently. Do you have any, like if you see like a Flipkart, if you have seen any products recently, after a week, if you log in, then you can again see that, right? What are the relevant products of it? So you can see that information also here. Yep.
I have a question, but it might look silly. How this chart came up without backend data? That's a question I had since the beginning.
Very good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good question. As I conveyed you, we are subscribed for the sign up for the developer edition, right? Once we sign up for a developer edition, Salesforce will create, some amount of accounts that we never created, right? We just signed up and we logged into here.
Yeah, we just logged in and we haven't.
Yeah, we just logged in, but as a developer edition, for developers to come, to make more developers comfortable and more efficient, they create so many accounts. Okay, for test purpose, you have sample accounts, you have sample contacts. Okay, if I go here and look for all contacts, here recent views, see these are called filter views. You can see all contacts or who are all having the birthdays of this month, and these are filters, you can have it. But if you click on all contacts, you can see all contacts. Okay, these are all the information already been created. Okay, likewise, you have opportunities also. If you go here, if you don't see here, if you go to the opportunities, you can see plenty of opportunities also here. Okay, so if our opportunities are here, means every opportunity will have amount, right?
Yes.
Okay, every opportunity will have amount. What is the stage of each opportunity? Stage means like opportunity is like, okay, consider and a small example that you have a broadband company. You are a owner of broadband company. Consider you are Airtel. You are a owner of Airtel, and you have plenty of customers. You have a customers of a business, customers of individuals. Means we are all individual customers. If the customers like you have organizations like small companies, consider you have an what I can say, you have a small, you have a small chain of jewelry shops. You, as a jewelry shop, you also take internet, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's called business account. Consider you have a jewelry company. Who is talking now? Ashok?
Yeah, yes, Ashok.
Okay, Ashok is, I consider Ashok Jewelers, you have it. Ashok Jewelers have some 10 branches. Each branch will have some specific POC, point of contact person. Okay, so you create an account called Ashok Jewelers, will have a contacts, and the Airtel is a customer, right? We are all employees of Airtel. As an employee of Airtel, I join here, I log into the application, I see how much of broadband connections I have given in it. As a salesperson, I'm talking about how many contacts I met him, how many accounts I contact them, what is the opportunities I created? Consider Ashok Jewelers, he says that I am opening a new branch in Pune. I want to take a broadband connection. It's not just done normal broadband connection. They take a little stronger broadband connections, right? Like the coverage and everything. They want more, and modems also they will be looking at everything, right? So you create a new opportunity, saying that somewhere around opportunity name is new connection. New connection. Consider now we talk about Burlington only. Right? Amount is somewhere $100,000. Okay, this is expecting to complete it before January 31st, January 27th, because their opening is in the February 1st. And so who is account? I'll say that Burlington, and what type of opportunity it is. It is an existing customer only. If it is a new customer, they get it. Okay, existing customer, they want to upgrade it. And what is the current status of it? Is it only prospecting or qualified or needs analysis, value proposition, and so on? This is like whether you own it or you lost it also will be there. So there is a negotiation. I'll say that 100,000 is my opportunity value, but I'm going to negotiate on this part. And what is the source of this? Whether it's a web or call or whether it's a phone and inquiry or anything, you create like this. Okay. And I save it. Let me put a little more 100,000 million so that your opportunity, your dashboard will change. Okay. Save it. This is an opportunity. This is a canvas called, Kanban board called. Okay. You can see what is the current status of this opportunity also here. Whether you completed this, then let's go back to your home page here. Your dashboard also will refresh. Open goal is 1 million is there is an open opportunities there for them. You might have seen it. Earlier report was different. Now the report is changed. There is an open amount also increased. So whenever there is an opportunity is already created in the Salesforce, even as a free, when you subscribe for the developer, you already have this information. When you keep creating, your page will be keep refreshing here. Okay. And you can see opportunities also here. New connection for Burlington opportunity here. Key deals. Okay. So data already created by Salesforce. That is where it took about 5 minutes to 10 minutes. Usually 5 minutes take it. Don't worry if you don't get it immediately. It takes 5 minutes to refresh, create an instance, and update the data and give you an access for that. Okay.
And here it is currency is dollars. Can that be converted to our currency, INR or RS?
Yes.
Yeah, you can.
But,
you can.
It depends upon the client. I understand that everything is dollars now, so it has taken as dollars.
Yes.
Suppose if it is on rupees, the data that we have, backend data, whatever it is there, if it is in rupees, will it take rupees as well?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. It is the application is a multilingual support, not just only English. It is a multilingual support, which is like a French, Dutch. There are plenty of languages, and multi-currency support. It's a multi-device support, multi-browser support. That is why Salesforce is the top #1 for the last 8 years, 9 years. Top 1 CRM application.
Yeah. So in the Salesforce, there is a localization. It is called as a localization. Okay. So while creating or while defining the user, will define the local, right? Locale of the user. So where he belongs to, where he wanted to, which currency he wanted to see the information, whether it is a dollar or whether it is in a INR. Right. So you can also just mention that user can see in the INR, right? If you select as a India for the user, then what is going to happen is automatically INR gets set. Okay. If in the same platform, if same opportunity, right? If others who are located in US are viewing a particular record, so that automatically that record, right, amount will be translated to the dollar. It will show as a dollar amount to them, right? It is all localization setting of the users. It is just a small configuration, small settings, which can differentiate and differently shows different currencies based on the user setup. That's how the Salesforce is. Did that answer?
Yeah.
Go to setup, Srijay, once.
Yep.
Click. Setup is a tool, or setup is the place where you do a configuration of the system. And go to user. Users. So here where we define, just see, these are the users. So currently John 2 AB training is a user. Go there. And there is a currency setup here. Click on edit. Type for currency. Come down. Down. Local. See, this is the local, right? See that localization. Currently localization is set as a United States. All you are seeing your local currency is the United States. If you set as a India, you can see the INR, right? This is how it works. And a language, suppose if somebody located in China wanted to see in the China language, they can change the language, right, as a China, and they can see language is translated as a Chinese. So this is all user setup. It is just a simple point and click, no code, nothing. You just come to setup and do a configuration and set that up user, and then automatically it displays in the local format and local language. That's how it works. Okay. Cancel that operation. Otherwise it will just lead into different, because we have only limited arc, developer arc, right? And we have to just keep this user till the training ends as active and in line with our Salesforce model.
Okay.
So that we can see in the right format and right language.
So we are able to see this application here, right? Opportunities, accounts and contacts and so on. Consider I want to change. Okay, as a user, you are able to see that, okay, I can create contacts and so on. Like see, if I go to the details, I have plenty of fields. But as a developer, I don't want rating to be available. What you need to do as a developer, the business user says that the rating is irrelevant for me. I don't want a rating field at all. That sort of things. What you need to do is like the setup is enabled only for the developers. Be clear. It is not everybody get it, everything here. Users, business users are different from the development team. Business users doesn't get access called setup or service setup and so on. They get it only the application. They will not get it even like a app launcher also, because that users are who are all available only sales team, they get the sales application, or like a service-based application service team. Like service means, right? Like ATL service. You call the call center and you will be logging the cases and contacts and so on. That is a service application. So based on the user licensing, you are going to get the application access also. Okay. And
yep. And one more thing, Srijay, just to add on top of it, and in Salesforce, right? And you are seeing all of the records. Records are nothing but opportunities, accounts, and contacts. But none of the record exists inside the Salesforce without owner. Owner gains a visibility, right? Owner indicates, okay, who created this record or who is owning this record, right? So that is the indication. So without owner, if you go to any account, click on account, click on account, and see there is an account owner alias, right? See there is an account owner. Yes, that account owner. Without account owner, Salesforce record is not existing. That is a point to note. So compulsory, every record need to have a owner, right? Need to have a owner. Without owner, no record will exist in the database, because Salesforce always makes sure database is clean and secured, right? So owner needs to be defined. Okay, just I wanted to add it.
Just a simple example, I'm showing it here, like how you can create an account. Just click on the, go to the accounts, click on a new account, it will be shown here. When a new account created, your account owner is aliased here. Account owner alias been shown here. Okay. We have only 9 minutes to go, but I planned for a lot for today's session. But now, never to worry about that, even if it is a couple of sessions or more, but I want you to understand more in deeper. Okay, what is objects? What is records? You are all aware, right? What is record means? Record means any detailed information about a specific account or a specific contact is called record. Record will have a list of fields which talks about each character of that account information, whether it's considered there is a field called rating. Some of the people are not even very new to IT, so that's where I'm talking about record means. Record is account is a record. Okay, contact will have a Sunita. Sorry, account is not record. Account is an object. We call it. Sunita is a record. Sunita Boutique is a record, and account will have lots of fields. It's called fields. Each field talks about the specification of an account of Sunita Boutique account, saying that she has an account, she has a boutique.com, something like this. Everything is a field, we call it. Okay. Quickly, I'm talking on this. Okay. This is a record and these are fields. And if you want to do any changes for this, you go to the click on this, you go to the user setup. Okay. There is a lot of things that we can talk about what is called objects. We talked about everything is an object. Contact is an object. Account is an object. Cases is an object. Object model we talk about. Whenever you want to do any changes for this layout or fields mapping or alignment of fields, everything we do, when you click on setup, you'll be navigated here. You do the changes, go into the account, whichever this object is an account object. And what is a page layout? It's called page layouts. Okay, these are all the page layouts called. Go to the specific page layout, consider account layout. You modify it how you want to display. Whether you don't want a rating, remove it. For testing purpose, I'm saying it. Save it. You save the change. Go here. You have rating here. I just refresh here. Go to the details. The rating gone. That's how your developer skills comes in picture. I shown you a very simple example. Okay. You have seen this application. He bought the customer buy the application saying that, okay, this application wanted. You have these fields. Those fields are not needed. They'll tell to the developer or administrator, I don't want this field. Go to the setup, change it, save it. Then they can able to see immediately. That is what your cloud-based applications come into picture. If it is a cloud-based application means you can do the changes in reality, in real time, and it will be reflect immediately also. So that is where users will not feel that, oh, I have given a requirement today and you come back after 1 week or 10 days or 1 month for one small change. But in SaaS, the cloud-based applications are very fast. You can do the configuration and the changes are reflected immediately. Okay. Okay, that is what a small example I shown as a developer, what you do. Okay, let's talk about platform basics. We talked about platform in many of the times. Platform is nothing but a place where you do the changes as per the customer requirements. Okay, there is some set of protocols need to be followed because every platform, every application will come up with lots of features along with lots of configurations you can do, lots of protocols you need to follow when you're doing the changes to that application or platform as such. So Salesforce has its own infrastructure, okay, which is like you have talked about architecture. The architecture is This is like a typical Salesforce architecture, okay, which is like a trusted multi-tenant cloud. What is multi-tenant? We talk about a bit of it. And there is lots of applications are hosted on the applications, like you saying, you might have seen right now. Salesforce application, sales application is there, service application is there, there's a marketing application is there, community application is there, analytics application is there, apps, there are plenty of apps also can be available. Okay, so all these applications are hosted, should be hosted on some place, right? You have a that is called database objects. Data objects, you have a mobile UI, collaboration. Collaboration means like you have a WhatsApp and all this stuff like this. You have a charter in Salesforce where you can do the charting between the teams, members, as well as users and so on. And you have analytics. Analytics means reports and dashboards. And you have workflows. Workflows means automation. Means some of the things, consider you have created an opportunity. Okay, there should be automated process should be generated. If it is more than $100,000, which is like $1 lakh and above, there should be immediately notifications should be sent out to the regional sales manager and vice president sales team. So there is an automation should be done. Not like, okay, I as a sales rep, I create it, I send a mail to him, I send a mail to this guy. No, you create your job, you are done, and there is a communication should be sent out that will be taken care by Salesforce. That's called automation. Okay, that automation is also already in place of Salesforce in architecture as such. So you don't need to worry about what is happening behind. You just say what you want to do when you create an opportunity. That sort of automation is also there. And reports, we have seen it, right? The home page, how the reports are shown to you, the dashboard. Let me go back on the home page. This is called analytics. This will show you the reports and dashboards. Okay, and you have identity. Identity means you have a security mechanism. Means like if everybody logs into the Salesforce and everybody seeing, there is no point of it, right? Even if your Flipkart information also very secured. Your login is different from your wife's login, your son's login as well, right? So your identity comes in picture. Okay, you have a APIs or nothing but your integration with external applications. You can integrate with the external applications, Salesforce as well. So, and this is everything is hosted on the multi-tenant. Apartment. You take an example of apartment. You have each flat. It's an apartment. Each flat have its own features. As well, you have a common resources, which are like your gym, you have a playing area or kids playing area, or you have a party hall, you have a lobby, you have plenty of things, right? Those are all resources, shared resources. Apart from your dedicated resources, which you have a couple of bedrooms, and you have a kitchen, hall, living room, and so on. So you have a multi-tenant concept come in picture here. Okay. Why we have this multi-tenant architecture? Because that there are plenty of benefits you get it. Multi-tenant versus in a single owner. We can talk about that. We have 1 minute to go. But what are the major benefits with the multi-tenant architecture is you don't need to pay for everything. All the common resources, like you have a gym, you don't need to buy for a gym. You don't need to buy for a kids area. But we are subscribing for that, saying that, okay, the maintenance for this gym or maintenance for this playing area, will be paying it, the swimming pool or whatever. So your cost of ownership will be reduced. You don't pay for a gym like some 5 lakhs rupees, you don't pay it, but you pay for maintenance of that gym. It's like 1,000 rupees per month. The ownership will be reduced and no upgrades of headaches. Means like the application, whenever is upgrading, you don't need to deploy your team members, whether what all the changes are happening, is this happening, any issues for us and all other stuff. You don't need to worry about which features are enabling and all this stuff. That's a no upgradation issues. Means if you take an apartment, you don't need to worry about who is cleaning the swimming pool to do that work for you. Okay, flexibility and agility. Whether you want to subscribe or unsubscribe, it is all up to you. Which feature you want to subscribe or what features you can subscribe,